Hey, what is up guys? Going to be showing off a build that I am currently working on. It is a Whirlwind Demon Hunter. It sounds so cool, but I need to actually work on this build. So let me go ahead and show you what it does, and then I'll explain everything in the build and what potentially can make this build really good in the future. One problem with this build though is going to be Strafe's damage. Strafe does not nearly hit for as much damage as it should. You'll see that it says it's 400% weapon damage, but you can see I'm hitting for about, let's see if this will crit. Okay, this crits for almost 4 mil, but I'm only hitting for 1 mil with Strafe, and I don't have anything that increases the damage of Shuriken Cloud, or chakram. But yeah, which is really weird. So now that you can see basically how it works, let me go ahead and show you what the build actually requires for it to actually run properly. So one thing that you'll notice, it's on Torment 1, so it's pretty easy to keep yourself alive. But if you go into the higher Torments, you might actually want to drop the emeralds, and you probably want to actually put in some diamonds just for that extra all resist, because you will be in the front line. This is basically what this build is designed to do. It's a Whirlwind Demon Hunter, so you're going to be in the front lines. Most of your damage will actually come from Shuriken Cloud, which is absolutely crazy. Let me go and show you the build real quick. So if you guys want to like pause it right now, go ahead and pause it, and then you guys can copy the build. So one thing that you'll notice is there's a lot of things that I need for energy. So Blood Vengeance and Night Stalker definitely help out. Perfectionist is also nice because it makes it so your punishment will cost less discipline, which helps out the build a lot. Things that I would say that are almost required for this build to actually function properly. First thing is Andaro's Visage is going to be something that helps out a ton, simply because the chance to release a Poison Nova that deals damage, because Strafe does not do enough damage. Like I mentioned before, I hit for like 1 mil, and it's just, I don't know if it's a glitch or something. I'm going to go ahead and post on the forums and see if anyone knows exactly what is wrong with Strafe, because it does not nearly hit for as much damage as it should, especially since I'm using Stinging Steel, which actually should make it so critical hits do an extra 130% damage. This is required. I need to reroll crit on it, but for now I'm not ready for this build, so I'm going to wait and see what else I can get for this build to actually run properly. If they fix Strafe though, this will be a really good build, but this is basically required because getting health globes is basically what you want, and you'll be able to Strafe forever. Right now I have a pretty good ability to keep up Strafe. If you really want to, there is this helm, find it, that I like to run once in a while, although it doesn't work too well because if you get hit, it makes it so you don't get that effect, which is Pride's Fall. So it reduces your resource cost by 30% after not taking damage. You can build the Strafe if you really want to. You can make it so you can play it with, I don't know, something else besides Seeing Steel, but this should technically deal the most damage, but it does not deal enough damage. I've tried switching up to Drifting Shadow, and it just doesn't do enough damage. There has to be something that is incorrect on Strafe, but once this gets fixed, like I said, it'll be really good. So you actually want to stay in the front line, so I wouldn't recommend doing like Drifting, well, I mean, you could do Drifting Shadow, but I wouldn't recommend staying far away, because you actually want to get close to your enemies because of the Poison Nova that only works within a radius of 10 yards. Also, this is what gets you most of your damage anyways. So that's what you want. You want Andaro's Visage and you want Reaper's Wraps. Anything that can increase physical damage is pretty good. If you really want, you could technically make a fire build out of it. But as far as the fire goes, I mean, there's Rocket Storm, and I don't really recommend Demolition. Demolition actually deals decent damage, but I still feel like there's something wrong with Strafe. It doesn't deal enough damage. But I thought it was a really cool idea, and I definitely want to try it out again in the future once they fix Strafe, because I mentioned it several times in the video, there's something wrong with Strafe, because my Hungering Arrow, which is supposed to hit for 155% weapon damage, hits for more than Strafe. So this needs to be fixed. Once this gets fixed, I will love this build so much. But I'm going to have to throw in diamonds. I'm going to have to do a lot more other stuff to the build. One thing to mention though is if you happen to have a lot of attack speed, you'll notice that your hatred will actually go down faster. So if you want to, you can use a two-handed weapon and a quiver rather than two one-handeds, because you will lose your hatred much faster than you normally would. I mean, technically you'll get more proc effects because you'll be hitting more times, but the main damage you get out of this build as of right now is going to be from Shuriken Cloud. But anyways, if you guys have any suggestions for this build, I would love to hear them, because this is something that I like doing in Diablo. It was always fun in Diablo 2 to make unconventional builds. Like there was a build where you can make a you could use an enchantress, which basically was a character to use the skill enchant to buff your damage. And then you could also get in, I believe you could go with, as a bear as a barbarian. There's other crazy builds in Diablo 2, but I like unconventional builds because a Whirlwind Demon Hunter, it sounds so cool. Oh, one thing that's also really good for this build is going to be the Death Watch Mantle, because that effect where 27% chance to explode with a Fan of Diamonds for 200% weapon damage is really good. I really feel like this build could be so good as long as they fix Strafe in the future. But if you guys know why Strafe is messing up, maybe it's caused by some other effect in the game, hey, let me know. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. HD Gaming signing out.